Greetings, Oxbow Creek students. Welcome to your first week of distance learning. I know we weren't quite expecting this. This isn't exactly the way I thought our year would go, and it certainly wasn't the way I hoped it would go. And yet here we are. And the really great thing is we are still in this together. Now, this changes some things about school, but it doesn't change everything about school. You still have all of the wonderful teachers that you've had. You have all of your specialists, and you have me and Miss Cahalan, and you have Mrs. Rorick. We also still have Mrs. Parisian and Mrs. Newlander, who are always here to help you. If you need anything, please make sure that you connect with your teacher, and we will make sure that you get the help you need. But remember, we can only do so much. Distance learning is challenging, but it is certainly something you can do if you put your mind to it. We'll help and do our part. We need you to do yours too. You are going to have to wake up each day and get yourself ready for learning. Get dressed like you're coming to school. Have your materials ready just like you would have packed your backpack the night before. Make your plan so that you are in a learning mindset when you start your day. We'll get into this new routine and we'll work on it together. Dedicate yourself to doing your very best work each day. Work hard. Let your teachers help and support you. But dedicate yourself to doing your very best. If you do that, you'll be successful, and we will have a great time in distance learning. Let's watch and listen from some of our students who have been nominated for awards for showing how wild about learning they are and for showing empathy. This is a really important time for us to be thinking about how to show empathy for others. Let's watch.
Well, I'm here today with Olivia, and Olivia is in Mrs. Collins' class. And Mrs. Collins just has the most wonderful things to say about Olivia. She has been nominated for this character award because she's good at showing empathy to her classmates. This says she's a wonderful classmate and shows daily signs of kindness and caring to her fellow kindergartners. You're quick to jump in and answer questions or give them suggestions if they get stuck. And, this is amazing, you even help Mrs. Collins when she needs help. Is that true?
Yeah.
Olivia, that is wonderful.
And my sister's at home, and I miss her always a lot when she's at home, but I come and see her when I come home. Mm-hmm. And Isa misses me too.
I'm sure she does.
Yeah.
And are you even kind to your sister at home?
Yeah.
See, you are just the perfect person for this award, Olivia. Very nice job, sweetheart. I have Harper here from Ms. Schaefer's classroom, and Harper has been nominated for this award because she is doing some wonderful things in her classroom, showing empathy to all of her classmates. Here are some things that Ms. Schaefer has said about you. She said she's very proud to give you this award because you show empathy all the time. That you are always taking care of your classmates and caring about how they feel. That you're very generous. You help people, giving them your time and anything that they may need. That's pretty exceptional. You also notice when someone is feeling sad or lonely and you give them your time and you play with them. That's pretty exceptional. Does this sound like you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for being such a kind and caring Oxbow Creek student. That is really what makes this school such a wonderful place.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. I have Sophia here from Mrs. Bauman's class. And Sophia has been nominated for the Empathy Character Trait Award for a number of really good reasons. The biggest part of this that just really touched my heart is how wonderful you are to your classmates. You hand out compliments to them all the time. and you say things to them like, "You're a rock star," and "Nice job." Everybody feels good when they get compliments from other people, don't they? Thank you.
You're welcome.
When you do things like that, Sophia, you make your classmates feel really good. And it also makes your classroom a wonderful place. Thank you for doing these kind things for your classmates.
You're welcome.
I have Zolani here from Mrs. O'Brien's class. And Zolani is receiving an award today because she's doing so many things at school that show she's wild about learning. I'm going to read a little about what Mrs. O'Brien says. Zolani is such a great example of what it means to be wild about learning. She's a focused learner who always asks great questions in our classroom discussions, and she is ready to share her thoughts and ideas. She's an enthusiastic learner who is always excited to try new things. This is my favorite part, even if they are challenging at first. Is that true?
Yes.
How do you stay so motivated to try new things?
Because if it's challenging, even though if I get it wrong, it doesn't mean that I'm that much smarter about everything else.
Yeah, and trying challenging things really helps to grow our brain, doesn't it?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so excited about that for you. Mrs. O'Brien continues to talk about the great friend you are and that you use what you've learned to help other people. Seems like you're already a good teacher. That's very cool. Zolani, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for doing these wonderful things. I hope you keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Hello, Oxbow Creek students and staff. I am here with Audrey in Mrs. Egan's class. Audrey has been nominated for this Wild About Learning Award for a number of really amazing things. I'm going to read a little about what Mrs. Egan has said about her. Audrey has done a fantastic job this school year. She comes to school every day with a positive attitude and ready to learn. She says she can always count on Audrey to share her ideas and participate. She takes risks and tries her best because she knows that mistakes are not a big deal and you can learn from them. Is that true?
Yeah.
That's really awesome. She's flexible with her thinking and is eager to learn different ways to solve problems. You ask for help when you need it, and you're always able to help someone when they need help. You are kind and friendly, and you're even interested in what your classmates have to say. That's pretty cool. She says, and I love this, that she is so grateful that you are in her classroom. Thank you for working hard, Audrey, and thank you for making Oxbow Creek and your classroom such a wonderful place for learners.
Thank you.
I'm here with Abe in Mr. Sherva's class, and Abe has been nominated for a Wild About Learning Award for some really great things. I'm going to read a little bit about that. Abe consistently does his very best work. Asks questions if he needs more clarification. He wants to make sure that his peers are successful too. That's really exceptional. And he's available to help other people when they need help. Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
Are you a good helper to your classmates?
Yeah.
That's really great. I bet they love that you are so kind and supportive of them as well. Very nice job. These are all the ways that you show you're wild about learning. Thank you for being such a good Oxbow Creek student and for working hard and for showing your classmates how to be kind.
Hello, Oxbow Creek students and staff. We have a special treat for you today. We are here with Vera, who has been nominated by Mrs. Nelson for her work in showing empathy in the classroom. I'm going to read a little about what Mrs. Nelson has said about you, Vera. You are exceptional at showing kindness and compassion to those around you. You think of other people before you think of yourself. That you have a strong desire to help everyone, and you will do whatever they need. You just help them with whatever they need. That's pretty exceptional. You share examples in class discussions that also show kindness. Vera, does this sound like you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mrs. Nelson, what else would you like to share with us about Vera?
Vera just does a great job in class, but definitely in class discussions, you can see how much she cares for others, and her responses are focused, especially in morning meeting, on showing how she cares for others and speaking kind words to others and thinking of others before herself.
That's really awesome. Vera, can you tell me, honey, why do you think being compassionate and kind to others is important?
Because the one you love and you care makes you strong and love, like you should love anyone that you love.
And
And
go ahead, sweetheart.
and you should care for anyone.
Do you think that showing kindness and compassion to your classmates makes your classroom a really happy place?
Yeah.
Yeah, because everybody in the whole world enjoys that feeling that you get from someone like you who shows a lot of kindness. And that's what makes Oxbow Creek such a special place. Students just like you being kind and compassionate and showing caring to her classmates. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey Oxbow Creek students, it's Mrs. Newlander
and Mrs. Parisian, your school social workers.
This week, we start full distance learning for everyone at Oxbow Creek. Many of you have been doing distance learning so far this year, but for those that have been in the hybrid model, this is a big change to full distance learning. It's kind of like what we did last spring.
And sometimes when there's a big change, we have really big feelings that go along with it. Like maybe we're kind of excited because we like to do our learning from home. Or maybe we're feeling nervous because we're not exactly sure what it's going to look like this time. And maybe some of us are really missing our friends that we were able to see in person. Remember earlier when Mrs. Munson told us that there are some things you can do to make sure that distance learning goes well. Get up and get ready for school every single day. Get your materials ready and make a plan. We also want you to know to take breaks, drink plenty of water, and try to go outside every single day. And for those of you who are really missing your friends, maybe you can ask your parents to even do a virtual play date like on FaceTime or an app like Skype.
And sometimes in situations of big change like this, I think it's important that we remind ourselves of the things that we can control and the things that we can't control.
So we can't control the weather, and we can't control coronavirus. And we can't control distance learning or even how long we're going to be at home. And we can't control what people say or do that are around us.
Right. And sometimes we get stuck on focusing on the things that we can't control, like all of those things. But instead, if we change that to focus on the words that we say and the things that we do, we can focus on the positives in situations. That is something that we have control over. We have control over the fun things that we do in our free time. And kids at Oxbow Creek have control to do their very best work.
So a lot of things are going to be different. But Mrs. Munson reminded us that some things are going to be the same. Like the principals are going to be there for you, we're going to be here for you, and of course your teachers are too. So when you have those really big feelings, it's really important that you try to talk to somebody at home or ask the adults that are with you to get a hold of us, because we would love to talk to you.
So remember to take those deep breaths,
because we've got this.
That's all I have for this week. Let's remember, we're all part of the same team. We're the Oxbow Creek team. And like every member on a team, you have to do your part. You've got a big job, just like we do here. Work hard, enjoy each day, and take care of yourselves.